Hello, today I'm gonna show you how to make this accurate parallax effect. Let's first make a new level. I'm gonna demonstrate this on a platformer, but it will work the same way on a classic level. I'm gonna build a little bit of a structure first. Okay, so here's our little structure. Let's link this together. If you don't have the link controls enabled, you can find them in the pause menu, settings, and enable link controls. Okay, let's copy paste this layer, put it on a new editor layer. Let's also put this on a lower Z order, so it's behind our previous layer. And let's also make this a little bit darker, so it's easier to see the difference between the layers. So we need to do two things with this first layer of parallax. We need to scale it down and then have it move with the camera a little bit. So the way we do that is we assign this guy a group ID 1. Then we scale it down using a scale trigger. So let's set the target as the group ID of our layer, which is group ID 1. We want that duration to happen instantly. And let's go with 0.9. And now we need just one more thing, which is the center group. The center group of the scaling is this point. It's basically the point that the scaling happens around. And in our case, we want the center of the scaling to be the center of the camera, or the center of the screen. So let's use an object that's going to be the center of the screen and give it a new group ID. So to put this object in the center of our screen at all times, there are different methods, but the best one that I could find so far is using an area move. And these settings are from an Danky video, so huge shoutouts to him. Just copy these settings, put length at 9000, move distance at -9000, activate relative, go to the next page, set it to this setting. Our target group is going to be this, which is group ID 2. And our center group is going to be this C option. So now, if we playtest this level, you can see we have now found the center of our screen. So if we now go into the scale trigger and put our center group as 2, and we now playtest this level, you can see that the scaling has been done correctly. Now we just need the movement. The movement is going to be achieved through a follow trigger. And we want our layer, which is group ID 1, to follow the center of the screen, which is group ID 2. And we want that to happen for an infinite amount of time, which is going to be -1. So right now our X modifier and our Y modifier are set to 1, which means that this should move the same as the camera, so it should always stay in the same spot on our screen. But if we playtest now, nothing moves. The reason why is because follow triggers actually can't follow objects that are being moved through move triggers, area move triggers, because that's a different kind of movement for some reason. What we can do to fix that is we can create a new object. Let's copy and paste this and scale it up so we can see the difference. Give it a new group ID. And what we can do is we can actually follow the movement of area move triggers with advanced follow triggers. So we want our newly created object, which is group ID 3, to follow our center group, which is group ID 2. Let's playtest this. And it works. So now we, instead of following the center of the screen directly, we follow the object that follows the center of the screen. It's a little bit of a weird workaround, but it works. And now you can see the follow works. But obviously it's set to the wrong amount. So to find the right amount, go into the scale trigger. And now we have to do some easy maths, which is 1 minus whatever you set your scaling to. So in our case it's 1 minus 0.9, which means 0.1. So let's put this in here, 0.1, 0.1. And if we playtest now, it's accurate. So that's basically the whole method. If you want to add new layers of parallax though, the only thing you have to do is select the follow and scale, select your layer that you want to duplicate, copy paste, build helper, set it to a new layer, decrease the Z order, make it a little bit darker or whatever you want to do visually. And then change the scaling and the follow trigger. So I'm gonna set it to 0.8, which means 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. And now if we test this, we've added a new layer. The same works, by the way, for front layer parallax as well. So if it's supposed to be in front of the player, select this again, duplicate, build helper, new layer. Let's put it in front of the player by putting it on T1. I don't think the Z order makes a difference in this case. So let's make this a little bit brighter as well. By the way, if you can't make something brighter using the brightness slider, you can just turn down the saturation a little bit. Sometimes that helps. So now that this layer is supposed to be in front of the player, we actually don't have to scale this down, but we have to scale this up. So if it's behind the player, you have to scale it below 1, like 0.8 for example, or 0.5. But if it's in front of the player, like we want to do right now, then you have to scale it above 1. So in this case I would set it to 1.1. And the calculation is done the same way. So 1 minus 1.1 is minus 0.1. And now if we test it, it's in front of the player and the foreground parallax works correctly. So yeah, that's basically it. There's one more thing I want to say. You can actually change each of these layers a little bit individually. You don't have to keep every single layer the same. For example, you could maybe do something like this to create some more cave-like vibe. Yeah, look how much more depth there is, you know? Yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and maybe we'll see each other in the next video. Have fun!